you like to tell us about your lineup tonight?
Markey's in net tonight.
Is Louis going back in?
You'll find out tonight.
It goes without saying a little bit, but it's a team you're chasing in the standings, back-to-back nights. This could be an important 48 hours.
Yeah, no, it is for sure. Anytime you're playing a divisional opponent and one that's ahead of you, it's going to be a challenge. It's a good team we're playing, but there should be a certain level of urgency within our group as well.
Does that stem from the way things went in Pittsburgh? Do you learn from that? Do you take from that?
I don't think that has anything to do with Pittsburgh. The fact that we're playing a team that is ahead of us in the standings, and I think it's fitting. We're at the end of a road trip, and we're playing a really good team. This should be an easy game to get up for.
Travis, is the template the way you guys played in Washington last Saturday, and how do you get back to doing that compared to the last couple of games?
A little bit. I think when our team skates and when we're good with the puck, our game seems to fall. It allows us to skate, allows us to put pressure on. Like any team, if you're not good with the puck, it stalls your game, makes your team look slower. And, I thought we got to that in Pittsburgh after the first period. I thought the Washington game is a good template for our team. We had everyone buying in, everyone playing well. I think, we want to be a team that prides itself on, everyone chipping in and buying in. We use that word a lot. And obviously with 5 forwards hurt, you've got to have everyone being on top of their game. And games like this will make sure that you're on your toes. You've got to be good. You're playing a good team, and that usually brings out the best in players.
Seeing Elias' second year through the league, and now that he's kind of the guy that everyone's circling and watching for. And, he looks like It looks like he's really fighting through that and doing a good job, and not going through maybe some of the pitfalls that second-year players do.
Yeah, he's. The one thing about Pete is he wants to be great. Doesn't want to be just good. He takes the game serious. You can be honest with him if he's had a couple games where he's not quite on top of his game. I think that's the good thing about Petey is you can have good dialogue with him, and he's a smart player that understands if you sit and watch video with him where maybe his game is off, and he's committed to being just a good player in all areas of the game.
When it comes to McDavid and Draisaitl, defending them, without Beagle and Sutter, you've obviously got a plan B, but is it something that you know now, or is it something that evolves as the game goes on?
Well, how many games has Edmonton played this year?
Edmonton?
Yeah.
27.
There's probably been 27 conversations about that, so they've done a pretty good job of getting away from it, and these are two of the most dynamic players we've seen in the game for a while. They're scoring a lot of goals, getting a lot of points. It's going to be a big challenge, and it usually comes down to your team playing really well, and you're probably not going to. You don't keep those guys off the scoreboard, many nights, but you've got to try to contain them, and obviously we'll talk to our team about that. And again, if we're sharp, we got a better chance of doing it.
Bo versus McDavid is kind of, it's an attractive matchup for us to write about, but it's a 5-man responsibility, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely not one guy versus 2 guys, that's for sure. And it's not a guarantee that it'll be Bo on the ice against them either. Tip has a little bit of say in that as well. So those guys also play a lot of minutes, and it's going to be by committee for sure.
Is it still easier, you have 5 against 2, as opposed to having Draisaitl on another line where you get flexibility?
I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. They're both good players, and whether they're playing together or they're playing apart, they're pretty dynamic.